Welcome back to Free to Become Me channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. And today we want to get into talking about us purchasing our home. Now, there were so many different options when purchasing a home. Of course, you can go with your traditional concrete. You have wood. You have metal homes. Actually, there's several different types of homes that they build over here. Now, of course, one reason we decided to go, well, actually several reasons we decided to go with a wood home. Okay. And the company we decided to go with, there were several companies. Premier was one of them. They were a little out of our budget, as you can tell by the name, Premier. But we did decide to go with a company called Pletts, P-L-E-T-T-S. One of the main reasons I wanted to go with Pletts is because they were known in Belize. It was a very known company. Okay, and when you're coming to another country that you know absolutely nothing about, and we did a lot of research, watched a lot of YouTube videos, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know if you're going to get scammed. You don't really know. I mean, you can get scammed in your own hometown. So, you really didn't know. So since this company had been in business here, I believe since 1999, if I'm correct, they had been in business for a while. So we decided to go with them. Not only that, with the wood home, the prefab home, is that once they give you a price on everything, that's it. Because if you're building a concrete home here, a lot of times with the weather, especially during the summer, it rains like 7 months out of the year. It's rainy season. So they have to put a lot of things on hold. So things may go up, they go down. So guess what? The price may change. So you don't really know. And again, you're coming to a country, you don't really know a whole lot about how things run. So, one of the reasons we decided to go with the wood home was speedy construction. Okay, so we know, once they told us it was probably going to be about 3 months, we knew it probably was going to be about 3 months. And then the cost effectiveness of prefab homes. Of course, they are less expensive than traditional homes. And then you got your quality control. Okay, since prefab homes are built in a controlled environment, that means they're going to get done in probably the 3 months. And then, of course, you can get your customizations and then their environmental benefits of it. And I was really interested in getting a wood home. I love wood. And then for the environment, when you start doing a little research on concrete blocks, there's a lot of unhealthy things that they put in, concrete. So that was one big thing for me. And then you have your local expertise. Pletts, Premier, Pletts, Premier, all these companies have their local expertise. So that was one of the reasons we decided to go with Pletts. And also, when we decided on a home, we know we wanted to downsize. Now, we had been watching HGTV for years, and we would see all these tiny homes, and we'd be like, ooh, if we get something like that, then we could definitely save money. So we actually were looking at a tiny home right before we had moved to Brooksville. I believe it was in an area called Floral City, which is north of Brooksville. And they had a tiny home. Now, this tiny home was, I think, less than 400 square feet. And we kept saying, how can we make 400 square feet work? So we was just looking around at all the stuff we saw in our house. We was like, I don't know about 400 square foot. But year after year, we just started getting rid of stuff, little by little. So we decided when we came here, that's what we were going to get, is a tiny home. Now, this home is not considered a tiny home in over here, but it is considered probably a tiny home in the United States. Maybe it's 600 square foot, but it is considered for us a tiny home.
Now, the first step in Belize, once you purchase land, the first thing you're going to need to do is apply for a land certificate. and that is you can do through the Ministry of Natural Resources. You fill out an application, and you basically need your basic stuff, copy of ID, a copy of the purchase approval letter, and it's basically where the seller, you know, shows the paperwork in which he sold you the property, but they also has to have proof that the property doesn't have a remaining mortgage or anything on it, that it has a zero balance, and all that is submitted at the same time, so they can transfer basically the title to the property to the new owner. So that's the first thing we had to apply for. And this process, we were told, in Belize, it can take quite some time, anywhere from 6 months to over a year. I've been told people are waiting for their land certificate title. So that's the first thing we did to get that rolling. The very next thing we did, you have to have a local wireman or electrician. Has to be the one and the only one. Has to be licensed, one of the local electricians, to submit for all your electrical work to be done to your house. They're responsible for basically showing them exactly the amount of wattage and amps and all that electrical stuff, how long each, how long the cords or wires are going to be, and all that detailed stuff, which normally includes like the location plans, the floor plans, the load sheets, the diagram, and notes, and all that good stuff. It's very, very detailed work they have to do. But we found a local gentleman who was awesome. I would definitely recommend him, named Dennis, and he did that part of the work for us. And then, lastly, we had to submit all that information to the CBA, which stands for Central Building Authority. And basically, this was a little more tedious. It took a little while to actually get all the information into them and for them to approve everything. We had to have a complete set of architectural and structural plans, which we thought was going to be provided to us by the builder, which was Permits. But apparently, we were told that didn't come with the home initially. So that was extra, but we didn't care because we know we had to get it done, so we had to pay a little extra for that. And also included, we had to have the site plan, and it had to be very, very detailed, showing like the boundaries, all the structures that are going to be on the site, the where you're going to put like your septic and your soak away and everything. I mean, they had to have everything in detail, so we got that done. Yep, and I can say once again, I am learning a whole lot. Every time we encounter something else, it's just learning after learning after learning. And sometimes it can be a little, pull your hair out a little bit, but I like to learn. So I love the challenge also of learning. And it's been quite a ride thus far, but let's keep this thing going. Well, we do thank you for joining us on another episode. We're going to wrap it up here, but I can tell you on our next video, we're going to be shipping and moving to Belize. So you want to catch that one. So we're basically just going to show the process of getting all our stuff into Belize and talk about some of the stuff that entitles and stuff like that. So thank you again, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you haven't seen any of our previous videos, I think this is like the 18th video we have posted. So you can always go back and check out the ones you've missed. It might have some goodies in there that you'll enjoy. All right, thank you and have a great day, everyone. God bless.